undercover. I got somebody here.
I think they know that I don't genuinely fit in, and it makes them very paranoid about me. And they recognize the differences, and I think that they want me to be that outsider. They want me to be a plant.
Hard to be a sneaky is not getting caught. Hey, look, bro, which is exactly what I do. That's crazy! Come on, man. I figured it out. I'm not gonna learn anything else, too, bro. I'll probably be out there.
Inmate Garza, he's highly educated, he's college educated. He figures things out very quickly.
Come on in here and give us a report. What's going on out there?
Garza!
What? Come here, bull.
Garza has a slick way of asking things to where he almost thinks that I'll trip this guy up at some point.
What'd he say?
So you ever been locked up before?
Something like that.
No. See, I'm a white collar criminal.
He looks like with his little puff, yeah, he's got the little bang with the foul.
He was cool, I liked him.
A lot of people think he was a plant.
I don't think they're actually putting a real plant here. Said they kept him in booking and just shipped him straight here.
I've actually done a considerable amount of research on white-collar crime. I know how to commit bank fraud. But any acceptance that I get whatsoever, it doesn't mean that I've passed anything. It doesn't mean I can let my guard down. It just means that I've reached a level of legitimacy that I now have to maintain. I learn a lot of stuff watching people.
I need some rent, bro. I need some collateral. I need something, bro. Bro, I don't want that, bro.
Now I learn who goes into debt all the time, who's a heavy hitter and who's not. I'm just trying to stick to the game plan of just let people come to me. I'm not getting a lot of intel. And then Garza comes along and says, hey, do you want a room? And it changes everything. And he was like, yeah, we just wanted you to kind of move up. You seem like a very smart, calm guy, and you know, that's kind of what we want. And I was like, this is a good opportunity. Yes, I'll be up. I'd seen Garza functioning with other people. He was a high-traffic person. Going up to that room would allow me far more intel.
Typically, inmates wouldn't invite a first-time inmate into their cell. I don't think Ryan should trust Garza. Ryan definitely needs to watch his back.
Take it like a man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check on Trayshawn, no hard feelings.
I don't give a
Let's go check on him.
Yeah.
He's a kid, man.
What, he's 18?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Is Trayshawn alright, man, for real?
Huh?
Is he alright? Alright, bro. They didn't need to go there, man. He's mad.
That's all.
Garza, he's been around and seen a lot. He's the anti-me in a lot of ways. He's been from the exact opposite side of life that I have.
To be all the way real with you though, dude, that right there is just a matter of pride. I'm gonna end up beating myself up for it because I should take, setting up for all man.
He's troubled in many ways. He couldn't seem to get out of a rut. He's very nice, very insightful. He's a good person, very good person.
At one point or another, you gotta grow up. That's what I get so mad at myself. Because, like, man, I gotta stop being a kid.
The thing is, though, man, it's 2 years, 7 months or so of unwritten rules of a culture that you've been thrown into.
Yeah.
Don't be so hard on yourself right now, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't make it okay.
None of this is okay, man. And, like, when you get out of here, you will automatically be a different person. Just don't be so hard on yourself, man. You did good. You did what you are supposed to do here.
I'm in a unique situation that I'm not going to see things the same as a lot of these guys, and I try to put myself in their shoes a lot, and I feel sorry for them, honestly. My overall experience with my bunkmates, though, is that they are the most seemingly stable people in the entire pod, and I kind of lucked out because I think they draft people into that pod based on how they seem, and I made the cut.
How are you? Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm all right.
Okay. Didn't you have some sort of medical background
Yeah, he does.
or
He's the one that
something?
wrapped it. Yeah, he's pretty smart. He's real smart, actually. So
Well, that worked out well for you.
yeah, he's a good guy.
I believe Garza does trust me a little more now that I've been able to help him. But at the same time, I gained a lot of respect for Garza because he will defend himself, he will defend his honor, he will defend his reputation, his word, his friends.
So what did you do?
He legitimately did get this as a result of an injury from the basketball game.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you go to medical and have them look at it?
It's all right. It'll work itself out, I'm sure. Now it's, I can feel it.
Show me your penis.
Hey, go get me some Tylenol, bro. Yeah, go get him some, bro. For real, go get him some.
I got one.
I got him one too. And I guarantee you, snort it, bro.
Can anybody get something?
What you do is you take it, put it on your lips, and then when you go to put your cup in, drop it in the cup.
Good dude, bro.
All right, bro. Give me the Tylenol. That's it. Hey, sir. Oh, yeah. Oh! We need... any chance I could get shower shoes tonight? I just couldn't do it. It was too much.
Did you get it? You know what?
No, well, when I went down here making sure people were swallowing them, I didn't want to give him something in my mouth, you know what I'm saying?
Please, bro.
Y'all, there's your running water.
But we ain't supposed to get mad about this. See, we ain't supposed to be upset about this. I live here. I don't like my house like this.
A guy named Jeremy is complaining of pain. He had described having blood come out in his stool and throwing out blood. Ryan, he said that he'd been a medic. So, well, he used to be a medic. Why don't you see what's wrong?
Yeah, but
man, what's going on? Tell me, I'm a medic. I'm a medic in the Army, and they teach you, you know, some rudimentary stuff with the living creatures and fecal matter in the water. It was a very real possibility that any of us or all of us could have gotten something that could make us sick.
Sharp.
Do me a favor, lay on your back. Do something to you, all right? Yes, sir. That's what I heard. We actually got down there more. He starts pointing to the lower right quadrant of his stomach. Press down. Let it go.
Yeah.
There's only one real organ there besides, you know, intestine, and it's the appendix. You got appendicitis, man.
What's going on, John?
He most likely has something like a ruptured appendix, and he needs to get somewhere like now.
These don't care about that.
Dude, this is not good, man. He said he's
I ain't kicking it. Y'all ain't getting me shot. Exactly.
I'll get shot for him, dude. He might die, man, for real.
Ryan came to the conclusion that he needed immediate medical attention. I kind of agree, because if you're throwing up blood and blood's coming out of your rectum, you probably need to see a doctor.
Hey, they're gonna you up when they come in here, boy.
I don't care, man. He needs somebody. He might die, man, for real.
What? Why are you banging on the door?
We need somebody now, like
Why?
now. He most likely has appendicitis. He has rebound
So
pain.
you're a doctor?
Huh?
You're a doctor?
I'm a medic in the Army. It doesn't matter if I'm a janitor. If someone's throwing up blood, get him the out of here.
All right, what's his last name?
I don't know what his last name is. He needs
Okay,
someone
we're
like
already
now.
aware of him.
Okay.
Stop banging on the door.
This is not good, though.
They were actually making me angry by their... They just didn't care.
Hey, pour into a ball, man. It takes pressure off your abdomen.
This is Clark County at its finest.
You can die from appendicitis. To know that I could literally be watching a guy's precious moments wasting away, it angered me. It made me want to actually just throw in the towel and start hitting one of the guards. I don't even know how long that thing's going on, but you need something now.
I know that, you know that, and they don't care.
Hey, where's somebody?
Dead over there, Miss Thompson. He can't even move. He ain't breathing no more.
Okay, I need for you to come out. Okay, let's try to get you up.
I'm relieved that he's getting some kind of medical attention.
Okay.
I hope he gets to a hospital.
There we go.
All right, buddy, go have it, lay down, okay? That's gonna help you here. Give it about 20 more minutes, and it should be helping.
What they say?
I don't know. They gave me a little ass in my stomach. That's it.
You don't have appendicitis?
No, they're not even nervous.
They were just like, oh, just give him a pill. Inmates are not people to these guards, these COs. To know that I was technically lumped into the category of being less than a human being, it hit me wrong.
We're gonna die here.
They were actually making me angry. They would not treat one of the guard staff or a member of their family that way. And the inmates didn't really have recourse other than taking care of themselves and
One thing at a time, let's go. Let's go, I said one thing at a time.
I have a dog. If my dog throws up in his kennel and starts bleeding from his rectum, I take him to the vet. It's just inhumane.
I feel like I'm about to die.
I got a little piece right.
Yeah, I can let you know what it is.
Hey, Snelling, we got a guy that's kicking his guts out over there.
I want to trade us
He's
somebody.
real sick, man. Jeremy, I can't do nothing. Right here. He got up here, man. He just threw
Man,
up
I got
pretty
some
bad, man.
like really bad. Y'all have more.
What's your name?
Jeremy.
I was calling up for you.
I don't know what they gave him, but they're just pussyfooting around. They're like, oh, take this pill, wait 20 minutes, and then we'll call a nurse. With all the stuff that was in the pod, any of us could get sick in the next few days, and it could be us doubled over in pain or dying. It's just not cool. It's really not cool. But if they take time with something that could be fatal, you know, this could be the last night he's alive. He needs to go to a doctor.
They don't want to pay for it.
Medical or something, man. It feels like my insides exploding, please. I pushed the button and everything, there's puking. Snelling. Get his name, call book in.
Go down and get yourself.
We treated Jeremy, and we took his vitals and determined that he's had a 24-hour bug and he's going to be okay. It wasn't quite as bad as appendicitis that Ryan thought that he had. It concerns me a little bit that Ryan is forgetting that he's in an undercover program and that he's inciting inmates to potentially do bad things.
I don't really eat here. I hate sausage, the pizza's dry, the fish sucks to me. In D-Pod,
Better eat that ham sandwich.
I'm really not hungry. I'm not eating this anyways. So I was giving everything else to Garza. In C-Pod, giving things away, that's an inherent weakness by many people's opinion. So I was like, huh, unique opportunity. So I started just selling every tray. I have an unprecedented type of store. I have the only tray store.
It's probably the best moneymaker and it's the most sure thing.
Man, I hear that chili ramen's pretty good.
Chili ramen noodle soup?
Yeah, like that with this topic on like a bunch of shit. That's what I had. Yeah, sandwich or something.
Remember I had the chicken, broccoli, something soup, some shit?
Yeah.
You said now it's chickeny.
Yeah. The more you actually act like you're a player, the more you're respected. And then I also have currency as a result.
Ron's putting himself in a very dangerous place right now. If somebody owes him a debt and he doesn't collect on that debt, all the other inmates in that section are going to look at him as weak and he's going to become a target.
Commissary!
Mucho commissariat.
Is there any way that I can get like some type of a ramen box or something? Just every time I order something, I get like, 8 things, and I never worry about everything sitting on the floor, so I'm just trying to figure out a way to... Okay, what's your last name again? Ryan. I'll try to remember that for tomorrow, okay? All right, thanks. You're welcome. I have an unprecedented type of store. It's a way to get inside and gain information for this program. People are like, oh, biscuits and gravy. Dude, I'll give you 2 honey buns for it, which is a large item here because it's $1 each. I'm like, I'm not gonna screw you over like that. It's worth $1.50, not $2. Take this. Like, dude, thank you. It means a lot to these people to like have somebody not trying to scheme them at all times.
So today's lunch turkey?
No, everything else today's already been gotten. And then Friday's B's and G's trade. I'm still technically abiding by all of the training rules. I don't want to actually end up in jail, but Those are the risks you run if you do run a store.
Now, you really integrated with some of the inmates. Did you expect that to happen?
I wanted to really live this. I wanted to know what an entire class of people that I've never interacted with were like.
What was your intention, your goal in going into the program?
I planned on becoming a detective at some point. You have to be a police officer first. And I couldn't just send someone to jail for terrible laws, knowing, you know, I could just be ruining this person's life over possession of, you know, a blunt or something like that.
Do you still want to be a police officer?
No, I do not.
And that's as a result of your time in jail?
Absolutely. I don't feel right enforcing broken laws. I just feel like I could handle much, much larger issues like trying to reform the law rather than enforcing it.
Gentlemen, what do you make of that?
Some of the things he said, and no offense, Ryan, you know, like doing large jail bits for a blunt doesn't occur in Indiana. They might have told you that. And I understand he spent a lot of time with these people, so he only gets to hear the story that they tell.
Now, you went against the advice that you were given in training about selling commissary items. Tell me about the tray store that you created.
I mostly did even trades.
Any one of y'all be interested in selling y'all biscuits and gravy for a honey bun or a dime?
So I would give something for something immediately. I didn't really get involved in future markets or owing people. All I ever did was just go up in the world.
Sheriff, you're not happy about
No, I'm
this.
pretty disappointed because we gave him specific instructions not to do that. And I know he sits over and easy now because nothing happened to him to say there was no risk, but there was.
I only dealt with people that I knew were smart business, good business, people that trusted me and that I trusted, people I was good with. That was really all it was.
There was an inmate named Justin who had some debts to pay, and you helped him out with your business.
You only got $7, bro. You can give me one tray a day, that's for the taxes.
I don't want to see somebody just being preyed on like that, so I went and grabbed everything that I had and basically got him completely out of debt.
Dion, what do you make of Ryan's business?
There's a lot of people like Justin in jail. It's a lot of risk, and people just stick to, you know, eating 3 trays a day. Like, you're still gonna be hungry, of course, but it's better than owing somebody a noodle or something.
Captain Maples, you had to actually intervene and remove Ryan from the pod and talk to him.
You gotta keep in mind, you're still in here on a program.
But I do still have an honor code. I have to keep some people close while I am here.
Getting a little bit too inmate-y. We wanted to just make sure the end goal was the same. You know, we need perspective of this jail. You know, we don't need you to become an inmate.
Sheriff, how did Ryan help you as a participant in the program?
Unfortunately, he showed me a lot of what not to do.
So today's lunch ready?
No, everything else today's already been gotten. And then Friday's B's and G's trade.
So he actually blended right into the inmate hierarchy and did stuff that they were doing that he wasn't supposed to do.
I think it was misconstrued that I was just trying to, you know, be inmate-y. And that may have technically been the case, but it wasn't really the goal.
I was weak in that environment. I was someone that they felt comfortable messing with.
We're gonna have to get his ass tonight.
Do you think that your actions led to you becoming a target?
It's not that there was anything specific that I did, but it was more what I didn't do.
Where you come from, my guy?
It was how I carried myself. It was how I responded.
Where was you at?
What do you call it? You mean the pod? When I went in, I was not thinking like an inmate, and that's what exposed me to
The pod?
that harassment.
Ryan, you just realized who he was from watching the video.
Yeah, the lack of beard, well-groomed, and, you know, no glasses kind of threw me off, but I definitely remember that. Really, that was just recreation.
This is game time.
We were bored.
Ryan, you used the word we.
We.
We. You were talking about you and the rest of the inmates.
Yeah.
Were you part of it?
I wasn't part of it. I understood it. After I blended and got in with everybody, I could understand why they were doing it. Everybody was just bored.
Sheriff, you don't seem to be buying that.
I'm not amused by it, I'll tell you that. It's disturbing to me. I think that's how bully starts. That's how it starts in the schools. That's how it starts in the pod. It's not fun. I didn't think it was cute. It's one thing to joke, but this is beyond that.
Joking or not, there's going to be criminal charges placed on the inmates that were involved in some of this stuff.
Unfortunately, sometimes even people that we put in an undercover capacity assimilate and start acting like inmates.
Just for the record, I had a job to do and I had to adapt to that. I tried to do it as well as I could. I said this before. I wasn't trying to pass this. I was trying to ace this. I didn't want to just go in and survive. I wanted to thrive. And I felt like I did that.
You guys ready for this? We'll introduce you to Sergeant Faree. She's going to be helping us. She's going to be the one taking you into jail today. She's a veteran of the Sheriff's Office, and we trust her on this project.
In phase 1, we brought participants in individually. It's hard to sneak people into jail, so we've learned in phase 2, we're going to bring people in groups.
Remember, after you pull out of this car and go to jail, I don't know you, you don't know me.
Thank you. There's your stuff. Yours.
We'll get you guys changed out back here. When you come out, you'll be inmates. All right, you have any jewelry on you or anything? Watches or nothing like that? All right, you guys ready?
We're bringing them in under the assumption that from another county transfer to mix the cover stories up, and it just helps us get them in easier.
There she is.
Get her. Well, tell him get out of my face.
I ain't the one, Higgs. Him. Ain't gonna talk to me like that. I'm gonna flood this thing.
Pump that spray.
First name, Shri, S-H-E-R-I.
I'm Shri, I'm 39, I'm from the Northwest. I'm a mom of 3, and I was a correction officer in a maximum prison, and I had to step away from it when Dustin got deployed for almost 13 months. Now, my husband's back from Afghanistan, and I'm ready to go back to work. It's time. It's my time now. But once you've left corrections and it's been more than a year, you're no longer just allowed to apply and get in. So I'm hoping being in this program, being a part of it, will get me back into the field. It'll show myself that I'm ready to do this again, and no one else in America is going to be able to say they're a correction officer and was an inmate.
What's your last name?
Ryan. My name is Ryan. I'm 27 years old, and I'm from Kentucky. I joined the U.S. Army, specifically the Army Reserves, at 19 as active duty. Got good training, learned a lot about being a medic. Overall, I'm a very logical, rational, systematic person. I'm always thinking about things that most people couldn't wrap their mind around, even if they tried to. Studied for years.
First name?
Kyle.
How tall are you?
5'7".
Get it off! Come on now, that's you're in there partner and somebody.
All right, man, follow me. Swing around right over there.
I'm feeling there's a little bit of anticipation, mostly for what I don't know yet. There are people weaker than me, mentally and physically, who've made it, and I'll prevail as well.
Get her.
I think I'm in shock of how this whole process is. The only way I can describe it is like you watch like horror movies where people, they're possessed. And I just freaked out. It became so sad so quick.
Get your fingerprints done, and then if you want, I'll let you on the phone for a minute. Ready?
I feel very weak and like just out of my element.
You gotta take a shower with that white shaver.
You would drop it in here for me. Sandwich on blood footprints for me, okay?
I'm most concerned about giving up control. I've never had to do that before. I'm the officer, I'm the mom, I run the show at home. There was always that question in my mind as a corrections officer of what's it like for them? I literally have become just an inmate.